What's up YouTube, Deadraw here, bringing the video today. Today we're going to be going over the first place North American WCQ deck profile. He was playing Gouki. Tomorrow we're going to be going over the European WCQ deck profile. It was a lot different. It was also Gouki, but it was really different. So let's kind of just get into this deck profile. He played one Bear Hug and two Scorpio, which is quite interesting. Honestly, a little bit different. He said it went well with the Sky Striker engine, so I guess just meaning controlling no main deck or no monsters. But I'm not really sure how that all worked out. And then he played 3 Suprex, 2 Twist Cobra, 1 Headbat, 2 Octastretch, and then 3 Junk Forward. Now this is where it gets kind of a little bit different here. He played 2 Droll and Lockbird and 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Now, the reasoning behind this, or what he said, was that mathematically, he was told 5 hand traps is the best mathematically wise, statistically, and that it would be just the best point of being able to see it just enough, but not too much. But it was quite interesting that if you were going to play 5 hand traps, I feel like you would play 3 Droll over 3 Ash. You'd do the 3 Droll and 2 Ash. I think that's really interesting there. I think Droll is just much more powerful than Ash Blossom right now in the meta. But yeah, I guess it worked out for him. All said and done. And then 1 Ibly, and he played 20-20, so he played 20 monsters, 20 spells. So 1 Ibly, and then his 2 targets for the equip spells, which is Divine Sword, Phoenix Blade, the one you always go into, and then Noble Arms, Aphroditer. I don't know how to pronounce this. Sorry, guys. I'm not really sure. There's like a few things you can do with this card. I'm not really sure the combo, to be honest with you guys. I'm really sorry. Probably should have looked a little bit more into that, but I've been really busy. I got a really busy schedule ahead of me. So, and then his Sky Striker engine, he played 3 Engage, of course, 3 Hornet Drones, really strong card. And then this one was kind of interesting, Eagle Booster, which is pretty much a Forbidden Lance on your monster. It will protect it if you have 3 spells in graveyard as well. It also can't be destroyed by battle for the turn. That's really good. It just has to be 1 face-up monster, so you can actually protect your like Isolde and stuff like with this card. I think that's a really cool tech, honestly, in the engine. Just really cool, honestly, overall. Then obviously he played the 3 Instant Fusion, another combo extender, 1 Rhoda, 2 Gouki Rematch, 1 Soul Charge, 1 Monster Reborn, and then 3 Called by the Grave. Now this is where the side deck gets a little bit interesting here. He cited 1 Topologic Gumbler Dragon. He said he didn't really go into this much. Most of the times when you just you link them, that it already is enough to win the game. Discarding cards from their hand ends up not being that important, but it was there. Then he actually cited Cowboy for the new time rules. If you guys aren't aware, if you are in main phase, you have to be able to do damage that turn and able to get the win. If you're not able to do the damage in that phase, sorry, not turn, but that phase, then it would be a draw, or it would go into time rules, I think turn rules in Top Cut. But Cowboy there just to make the rank 4 play, to minus your opponent 800 life points and be able to steal some duels. So quite interesting to see somebody actually paying attention and throwing this in. I think this is like a honestly really solid tech. Then 3 Winter Cherries, the 3rd Droll, so good to know he did have this in there somewhere. And then this is quite interesting, and I think it's really cool. Both these decks actually won their final game with tech cards that really are meant to get rid of hand traps, and he actually won finals because he actually had the drag down and was able to hit the impermanence, and when his opponent drew another card, it ended up not being any hand trap or any disruption, so he was able to make the extra link combo and win. So I think this card's actually really good and was like a really solid tech card, and is really underestimated. Sure, they have the chance to draw another one, but you know, it's just super good being able to get the hand knowledge of your opponent's hand, pretty much being able to force your opponent to discard the card that you want discarded. So I actually think this card's really strong and a really good solid card to pick up right now. And then He played 3 Twin Twisters. Obviously, this card is just absolutely amazing. Interesting to see he did put in another Sky Striker target. So he played the Afterburners. It came up, I think, in finals or in semifinals. Pretty interesting to see. And then 3 Impermanence, another thing for hitting Isolde and in the mirror match. Obviously, it's just Effect Veiler, so it's really good. Now, in the extra deck, he played 1 Link Karibo, 1 Nightmare Mermaid, Underclock Taker, Nightmare Cerberus, Nightmare Phoenix. He played 2 Nightmare Goblin. Interesting. Obviously, this is just to keep your combos going. Has a middle piece, the perfect link setup. So yeah, very strong. Obviously, you guys know these do not stack. You cannot get both normal summons off them. But it's still really strong just to get the combo pieces. Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Sky Striker Ace Kagari, 2 Isolde, 1 Trigate Wizard, 1 Firewall, the heart and soul of this deck in my opinion, 1 Invoker, and 1 Dragoness, the Wicked Knight. This is for obviously instant fusion to keep your combos going. This is also a warrior, so it can help you make your Isolde. Quite interesting. Honestly, I like to see the invoked Raijin being played, since you can get advantage by being able to flip stuff face down on your opponent, of your opponents. But he decided not to play that because this is also a level 3, so you can overlay it for Invoker. Quite interesting. Now, my thoughts on this deck list is honestly, it seems really solid, and they obviously put thought into doing this deck list. A little bit more thought than the deck profile they have leads off to be, I believe. I know they're joking and all that kind of stuff in the deck profile, but I think is really interesting to see like just how well this deck actually worked. I think obviously the 5 hand traps and the mathematics behind it would make sense. I'm yet to check the mathematics behind it myself, but it makes sense. Overall, I think there's some decent tech cards in here, mostly just the drag down and the cowboy, and the attempt to side the Gumbler Dragon, because you don't really need to always play the Gumbler. I think this was kind of just thrown in there if he was going first, so he can discard cards from his opponent's hand. But like I said, it didn't seem like it really came up for him too much. Anyway, guys, that's what my thoughts are on this deck profile. Am I mad that Gouki won? Not at all. I think Gouki is a super strong deck and probably the best deck of the format. Like I said before, I thought it was Sky Striker, but there are some inherent problems with the deck. We won't get into that in this video. I do think Gouki deserves to win. I do think Gouki probably has the highest ceiling because of how well it can combo and how consistent it can combo. Anyway, guys, thanks for liking. Please comment, like, subscribe, join the Brick Brigade, and we'll talk to you later. See ya.